resume,
Uh-huh.
and we won't walk through the whole thing, but I know you served in housing and urban development under George H.W. Bush.
Yes.
So you've got an extensive background in government and policy, investment banker. So some significant policy background, economic background.
Yeah.
Just for the people who don't know you. Money.
I love money.
Good for you. I'm not opposed to it. I always tell people if their money bothers them to bring it to me. So I will help find a good use for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, if anybody's listening, that invitation is still open. But I think money is quite the issue today. I read an interview this week with Art Laffer.
Yeah.
Who's another Tennessee, or he's transplant here, but he had a lot of opinions on what's happening right now.
So I would say my greatest interest is on building wealth. In fact, we have a building wealth program. And what is happening in this world is money is being used as a tool to liquidate wealth and steal wealth and centralize control of wealth. And, that's part of what we have to be about is decentralizing political and economic control in a way that builds wealth. And when I say wealth, I don't just mean financial equity. I mean living equity, people. A great economy starts with all financial wealth comes from life, whether it's strong people, healthy land, healthy water, beautiful plants, growing corn. It all value comes from life. And if you look at the centralization that is going on right now, it's very destructive of life. And so, we're watching huge destruction of wealth, and money is a tool, unfortunately, that's being used to do that. But money can be a tool that can build wealth too. So it's part of why it's important that we understand money and understand how to use it as a tool and understand it. When you look at it and it says, "In God we trust," we need to understand that there's a very powerful connection between healthy money and, the God we love.
Yeah, I believe that. I'm curious. You said money's being used as a tool against us.
Yes.
Who's using the tool?
Central bankers. So we've experienced in this country, so I'll just speak as to the United States. So we've experienced since fiscal 1998 a financial coup d'etat. And as that coup d'etat has matured, a great deal of money has been stolen, literally moved out of the U.S. government and system. We have a website just dedicated to what I call the greatest bank robbery in the history of civilization, missingmoney.solari.com. You can go read all about it. In August 2019, the central bankers voted on something called the Going Direct Reset. They meet every year in Jackson Hole in August. They're going to meet again in August this year in Jackson Hole, and they voted for the Going Direct Reset. And that's because you're running things, you've been building up liabilities in one system, moving the assets to the other system. As those liabilities grow and the system becomes non-sustainable, you need to essentially consolidate and move to you need to reset and move to the next system. And so the central bankers then proceeded to inject $5 trillion into the economy. If you're feeling inflation, that's why. And then during the pandemic, I'm going to grossly oversimplify, you inject money into the economy, into your friends, right? So I inject $5 trillion into my friends, and then I turn and say, oh, we have a magic virus. We have to shut down small business and farms, starve income to that sector, and which the folks with the money can come in and consolidate ownership and control of market share or assets. So we saw 500 new billionaires created during the pandemic and over $1 trillion of wealth added to the billionaire class just as a result of playing that game. It's all part of the Going Direct Reset, and it's very much run top down by the central bankers, and it's consolidating ownership and control of assets. And it's not over yet.
So central bankers, this is apolitical. This isn't about Republicans.